Hello, everyone. This is Adam Keith, formerly known as Adam Russo. And this is my journey from being Adam Russo into Adam Keith. So let me explain. This is my intro. This is my first YouTube page. And Adam Russo is a porn star, and I always put that in parentheses because there's so many boys and whatnot. But I have done over well over 100 scenes, probably at this point maybe even 200 scenes, and that's a lot for the industry. And I know boys have done more, but it's a lot of scenes. Even I don't even know how many I've done. um, and there's been a name change, obviously, because I didn't want people just googling Adam Russo and finding nothing but porn, especially since I'm changing careers into mainstream acting. And I want to start fresh. I've changed careers many times. I've been a fashion designer, interior designer for Jeffrey Bean and Joan Vass, or excuse me, the fashion. The interior designer was in New York for an architect, and I've done product design and also represented a fine arts gallery in San Francisco for many years until they closed. So then I've been doing the porn now for, I guess, about 8 years, maybe over 8 years. In between that, I've bartended and other things, and I had been asked to do mainstream acting only because someone saw my work on basically Icon Mail, which does a lot of storytelling, and it was fun to do. They put out a really good product. If you have time, go and definitely see them, iconmail.com. And so it'd be worth me. This is like the computer in the back is adding more light to my face. So, so I was asked to do a series called Immortals, which is still looking for funding and whatnot. And I didn't, I took it so seriously. I've never thought about getting into acting. I'm into many different other, obviously, creative fields, but acting wasn't exactly on my agenda. So after a time, I actually decided to pursue it, and I've since May of the past year, 2016, I kind of threw myself into it. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. If this series actually gets bought, I want to be prepared. And on the way, I've discovered that I actually really do like acting, and it's a lot of fun trying to find the characters and everything else, and it's just another creative process, like all the other processes I've done. This one's more interesting though because this is, with most of the other art I've done, design, interior design, and all that, is basically more solo. I mean, sometimes of course, you do work with groups. If you're in an architectural firm or whatnot, but you're still basically working by yourself. For the design process and everything else. Here, as far as acting's concerned, you really kind of need more people with it because you're doing a dialogue between two people. You're listening, you're reacting, and yeah, you can go over your lines and learn your lines, whatnot. But it's very different. Becomes more to life when you're actually with another person. When you actually start engaging, and it's fascinating. It's been really great. I've been going on auditions and commercial and theatrical auditions. I don't have an agent yet theatrically, but I do have a commercial agent, and hopefully I will find a theatrical agent soon. I've been working my ass off going to classes and with a personal coach, and just very serious about this right now. So I haven't been traveling that much for my work. I've been staying basically here in Los Angeles, working away and redoing my living room as well. I made the throw pillows behind me, as a matter of fact. So, which was in good. So, I mean, this YouTube channel is basically about the progression of moving from one to the other, and they are kind of extremes. I mean, it has been done. There have been other actresses, and a couple actors have like kind of switched over from porn to mainstream. I just feel if the work is good, then they're just going to take me seriously, and I'm not going to worry about this. I mean, things have changed, and I can't worry about that. I just need to go full throttle with it and just do what I can. So, uh, again, I've been in the industry, for 8 years. This is not just going to be about the transition from Adam Russo to Adam Keith, but it will also be about other things that may be on my mind personally, maybe in the world, etc. So bear with me. I do have lots of opinions. I don't always voice them. And again, they are my own personal opinions, and you can either agree or disagree, and we all have them, so that's great. Um, but I do try to keep in mind people's feelings, but sometimes we are a little too PC, and it's like nobody can really say anything, not even jokes anymore. Uh, and this whole Trump thing now with as him as president, I have to admit it's almost like watching a movie at this point. I'm just kind of like, well, what's gonna happen? Uh, Obviously, I was really hoping that he wouldn't make it as become president, but he did. That's because she was not exactly the greatest candidate, and you can either agree with me or disagree with me. But if you really want to change, you should have voted Bernie Sanders. Um, so that being said, trust me, I won't be talking too much politics. Every once in a while. Um, so tomorrow, what is it? Next Tuesday, I have another audition for a pilot, and it's an interesting role. It's playing the mirror of this guy, the lead, basically his inner self. So his psyche, basically, and comes to to actual 3 dimension fruition, and we get to see that. So the weird thing is that sometimes you get sides when you do an audition. Sometimes it's just a cold read. They hand you a piece of paper, say, read this. And I did, they had asked me to do this audition at least a week and a half ago. And I had emailed them and I said, hey, are there any sides? And I had to email them again several days after. And they finally got back to me and they said, there are no sides, but we want you to do a monologue. And that monologue has to do something with addiction. A 1 to 2 minute monologue. I was like, oh man, you could have let me know this earlier, but I was like, okay, whatever. So I did prepare a monologue before that actually is perfect for this. So it shouldn't really be too bad. It should be pretty easy, actually. And so I'm kind of geared and excited about it. And I also have my acting class on Monday. So I have that, I have my Tuesday thing, and I actually am still filming with Icon and a couple other studios. So I'm filming on Wednesday for Icon Mail here in Los Angeles. And, because Papa needs to make some money. So, I'm going to pay for everything else. So that's about it for right now, I think. I just hope that you stop by periodically and take a look and see what's going on. And yes, I'm shirtless, because if I was completely clothed, some of my fans from Adam Russo would be like, yeah, he's not naked. And actually, I'm going to tell you this right now. I am sitting here naked because in my own home, I tend to walk around naked. Yeah. So, and that's a personal choice. It's been like that for a long time. And just like the freedom. Of course, I am wearing socks because it's in LA right now and it's cold. It's winter. It's January 6th or 7th. And so it does get cold even in LA, believe it or not, people, if you're not from here. Nothing like the East Coast, of course. But this has been fun. So stay around and I'll see you later. Ciao.